Guys, what's up? You might probably hear it on my voice, but it's pretty ripped in peace. It was well, a lot worse like yesterday and earlier this morning, so hopefully you can hear me quite well. And apologies, but there's nothing much I can do about it at this point. Anyway, I'm facing Lars, aka El Caesar or El Storch, and he's the coach from the Borussia Donphan. And his squad is totally on the right of your screen, on the draft sheet, spreadsheet thingy. It's Slowking, Blenders, Incarnate, Amogus, Vaporeon, Exodus, Mesprit, Megaseptile, Weezing, Weavile, and Hippowdon. And Slowking and Hippowdon were his newest picks. He dropped Heatran and I believe Aerodactyl for both of those. And yeah. I'm gonna have to beat him this time because I lost horribly bad last week because I was sick, and it's still eating my mind because it was so dreadful. I'm so ashamed of myself. I shouldn't have lost that, I don't think. I mean, Expert Bell Acrobatics. Oh my days. Oh. And I played trash too, but all my respect to Richie. Richie played this game like he's supposed to. He should. And he won. So, but for me, I've got to have some redemption. I want to win this league without any losses, and that's impossible. But I will go for the 10-1. Okay, it's acceptable, especially because I have a good excuse. So. Anyway, what I expect Lars to bring, I expect him to bring a Weavile. Weavile basically to check my Reuniclus and my Bronzong to an extent. So definitely expecting to bring that. Also Amogus, because Amogus takes a superior really well. I was expecting to bring a bulky water. That either be Slowking or Vaporeon. I think he'll bring Vaporeon. Because Slowking grants him more weaknesses to, for example, my Dragon. So I think his Vaporeon is his choice of water type. Also the Wisp-Passing is a nice thing. And maybe a Baton Pass or Heal Bell. And then the other three, those three, I'm like 100% sure about he's gonna bring. The others I think he'll bring is most likely Landorus, and I think he'll bring Sandalflint. So 3 ground types on the remaining squad of his team. I don't think he'll bring Weezing at all. Weezing doesn't seem to be the best matchup for Smithing. For example, Gyarados with more break, it's still not a 2 KO or anything with Earthquake, but still, I don't think it's his best campaign to bring. Mesprit, I don't know, could be a thing, could not be a thing. Depending on his set, he might have like a genius set that he could bring, and I don't know, it's versatile as fuck. If he brings it, it's either gonna be a Scarf or it's gonna be a defensive variant. I don't think it's gonna be anything else. Possibly Gauntlet, but I doubt it. And yeah, so I think that's gonna be a squad. Mesprit, as I said, could be a thing. Don't expect it to be Mega Sceptile. Is a threat? I don't think it's something that he'll use for something else. Like Mega Gyarados that speeds it as a +1. Nidoqueen doesn't die to 1 hit. Bronzong doesn't die to 1 hit. Slurpuff could be a counter / check. Tornadus is a decent check to it. Kabutops is terrible for Sceptile. Reuniclus eats it up. Arcanine is my counter to it. Superior eats it up and can Dragon Pulse back if I want to run Dragon Pulse on it. And Kangaskhan doesn't take too much from it now. I will focus best I guess, but yeah. And Durflame probably counters it as well. Depending on the move spread, of course. I'll quickly get my song back up because I need some songs in the background. Anyway, some notable flaws I found on his team. It's quite a list, Lars, I'm sorry. It's Excadrill that's his only hazard removal. He is a possible semi-water set, of course, with Excadrill and Head Powder. So gotta be looking out for that. I do have, for example, Tornadus Eye with priority rain dance to fuck him up, so he might predict me to bring that and prepare for it. He is weak to the combination of grass and ice. Also weak to the combination of Bulb Beam, so that's a thing. The only Ghost and Dark Resist on his team is Weavile, and Weavile is not bulky. So that's a cool thing. Let's see, he's got 1 Flying and 1 Dragon Resistant, actually also not anything that really does take hits, unless it's like an Assault Vest set maybe. Which could be done, by him, definitely. He has lots of bulk, that aids him with his lack in priority, I'd say. Lack in coverage, no, synergy, lack in synergy. For example, a bulky water type in Vaporeon that has not too many weaknesses, and also a Powder has not too many weaknesses. So he can definitely rely on those. Weezing, obviously, 1 weakness in Psychic, come on. So yeah, he could definitely make use of that. He's got no Fairy type, so my Hydreigon could definitely be running rampant on his team. Especially, like I said, he has only 1 Dark and Dragon Resist, and he doesn't take Fire or fighting moves, which I can run on Hydreigon. 2 things on his team with faster base speed, if not boosted items, which are Mega Sceptile and Weavile. So that forces me to run a Scarfer, unless I can like counter it. Really counter them well defensively, but even then I think an offensive approach would be a wise thing to take. And yeah, he doesn't have any defoggers, so screens could be a thing. Screens are gonna be a thing. I hope I can use them well though. Let's see. Landorus is a humongous threat. Landorus Eye is suspected for a reason in the OUT right now. It can run multiple moves, for example, Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Psychic, Rock Slide, Knockoff, Superpower, Fox Blast. It's a whole list of moves you can run. HPI is commenting for the other Landorus's Tees, but I don't have any of those on the team. So I expect him to run a set with either Earthquake or Earth Power. I think Earth Power is going to be a thing because of my Arcanine. So Earth Power, Knockoff, because Knockoff is the only thing that hits, what's his face? The only thing that hits Bronzong. I'm pretty sure he's going to bring those 2 guaranteed. And other than that, I think he has a combination to bring between a fighting move to hit, for example, Hydreigon, or a rock move to hit, for example, Gyarados if I do not evolve it, so, or Tornadus, so I don't quite know. Because Tornadus outspeeds it, so he might be packing something for it. He might even be Scarfed, if for all I know, of course, so. And I don't think he's going to be running Psychic, and he might bring Sludge Wave for Superior, because Superior can be a really good check to it, to be honest, if it's special defensive. So yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll run that set. Maybe. You'll find out in a bit, so. Yeah. That's basically what I think that he that I know of his team, and he'll know about my team that I'm gonna have to prepare for, or that I can make abuse of. And now to the team that I'm bringing versus him. It's nicknameless, as you can see, so I'll have to change that a little bit. But it's Gyarados. I'll quickly pause this and yeah, okay, I'm back. And my team starts off with Gyarados. Gyarados is a Dragon Dance substitute set. Waterfall and Crunch, basically a pretty standard set from the OU tier. And it basically breaks his team. If I can get up a substitute and a Dragon Dance, he's gone. He just lost straight up. Things on his team that could check me really well are, for example, Weezing, but can run Thunderbolt. And yeah, just in general, there's a lot of things that obviously can break my subs. Also the Whirlwind on Hippo or the Roar on Vaporeon could be a thing, although he has to prove me that he's running either of those, so yeah. And to check Gyarados, he needs to be running a lot of defensive Vaporeon, and that makes it easier for Hydreigon or Nidoqueen to do damage, or maybe Superior even. So yeah, that's that. Easy set, very standard, but it's hopefully gonna put in a lot of work. And something that supports it really well is this set. It's my, again, dual screen Superior. because as I said, he doesn't have any hazard ball removal in for screens, unless like brick break, I don't know, landers, brick break landers could be a thing. Don't expect he'll bring it, but it's running mirror code because the only, well, the only, maybe not the only, but the best check to superior is gonna be his Among Us. And Among Us, if it comes in, he might slot wrong me and he might get knocked back down by mirror code. If I don't set up light screen, of course. It does about 50%, and according to my stats, that means that it's gonna be double the damage back, and hopefully it makes it an OCO. I am actually not too sure on the mechanics of the move, but it's either an OCO or I'm weakening it like a lot to the point where it can basically not switch in anymore, or he is forced to make double switches to get it regenerated going. So yeah, or have a free switch on a synthesis, for example, that could be a thing. But yeah, this is my supporter. Light screen reflect makes it so that my sub is not as easily to be broken. Let's quickly check on this team. He's running Weavile, which maybe might not be able to break my sub. Septal probably will be, Misprint probably will be, Exclude might not. Depending on the set, if it's like a defensive executable set, then nope. Vaporeon, unless Roar is not gonna do too much to me. Slowking, I can live any hit of Slowking with my substitute. And also Hippowdon can probably not break my sub, but he with like a Thunder Fang or a Rock Slide, whatever he's gonna run. So yeah, that's gonna be cut out of the video, hopefully. I'll quickly just get rid of the tab. Anyway, continuing. Mirror Code, Light Screen Reflect, and Leaf Storm are basically, hopefully, speaking for themselves. Don't need too much explaining. I don't have Taunt in this. I would have liked to run Taunt to check some stuff better. And also Synthesis would be really helpful with the Mirror Code, of course. But yeah, next up is Bronzing, and Bronzing is crucial for my team support because it, despite the mold breaker possibility on XQL, I do need Bronzong to check Landers. That's why I'm running Colbert Berry, because the only thing that he has to hit this with is either HP Fire, which is gonna do jack shit, I think. And it's gonna be knockoff, which is taken care of by the Colbert Berry, and then the no item. That's why I'm running HP Ice, because HP Ice does a lot of damage to Landers. Running the Toxic for the possible switch-ins in like Vaporeon, for example, and the Protect as well. To Scarf, for example, if something is scarfed, might be a thing. And the Earthquake to hit Excalibur for pretty decent damage. If he has the Descent Force Rush yet, he will be running Shadow Claw for Bronzong to hit me up, unless he really thinks that he can deal with Bronzong with the remainder of his team. But yeah, that's why I have Earthquake, just a good hitting move as well. So, next up, another crucial member, Arcanine. Arcanine, it's a lot of pressure on Arcanine this match. Arcanine needs to take care of the Weezy, the Mesprit, and the Mega Septal. And the Weezy must be Mega Septal, and I think that's it. Among Us possibly as well. So those 4 months need to be checked all by Arcanine. So hopefully, well, he will undoubtedly get Rocks up, because Hippowdon is bulky enough to live any hits to get Rocks up. So unless he plays with it, well, not badly I would say, but I can force him to not set up the Stealth Rocks, then Arcanine would be a-okay. But unless he does that, yeah, you know. Weavile is still a threat to my team, because Weavile hits me up for a lot of damage still with a knockoff, despite me having the Intimidate and the max HP and some defense investment. It does about 50%, so it still works up. I am not checking Weavile. I am running Leftovers. I could be running no item, I could be running the item to not be fallen asleep by Among Us, but this is what I'm going by for now. Oops. Anyway, on to why the fuck did this happen? everything is fine now. Okay, no problem. Next up, I chose Zygarden, and Dragon I would have loved to run a different set, but I needed the speed, and this is one of my best Scarfers on the team. Often I could have been a Scarfer, but I wanted to have the defense welcome. So I went with the Dragon again. It's the Toxic because I see Vaporeon as a good check to Dragon. I like Dragon at least. Don't know if it's the right move to pack. I could be running like a fire move as well, but yeah. The Draco Meteor because it hits stuff really hard. Also the Mega Septum, which I do exactly with the Dragon right here. Dark Pulse in case it brings a Scarf Mesprit. And U-turn for momentum. Easy as that. This amount of speed manages to outspeed me Scarf Mesprit with Timid Nature. And Mega Septum with Timid Nature, so. Oh, Jolly Nature with physical. That's why I'm running this amount of speed, and I'm running modest because of the damage. I don't need the U-turn, like a little bit of damage. I rather be bulky on both sides. So the Ice Shot from Weavile, which is undoubtedly gonna be banned. Adamant Ice Shots, which do about 60% I think. And also the Skulls from Vaporeon. It's a switch to Vaporeon. Possibly if it's it depends on its health. Just my mindset. And last but not least it's Nidoqueen, the Nidoqueen. And it's running the Stealth Rocks to pressure the team a bit. Nothing is really big to it except for Weavile, but it really helps. As I said, Weavile is a big threat to my team, so it really helps me checking Weavile and the little bit of damage on his switch. It's always nice. And the Ball Beam combination because he has not resist Ball Beam, and the Earth Power for Excadrill if he's like an Assault Visor. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't know what else to run on for Earth Power. So if it's necessary, I could be going for Earth Power and nail something on switching. He does have many ground weaknesses, but still, who knows? I'll prove you that it's worth running Earth Power this time. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking because my voice is getting worse by the moment. And yeah, hopefully it's gonna be a little bit better when I postcom this match, because I'm not gonna do a live com with this voice. I'm not gonna do a live com at all because I want to win this match and I don't want to have the massive failure like a deja vu from like last week where I did live com while I was sick. Well, I probably shouldn't have done that because maybe when I am not sick, maybe when I'm sick and not live com, I could have thought a little bit better about my moves. Would have choked everything away so terribly. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching this part, and I'll see you in like a few seconds. What's up guys, this is the Game versus Lars, aka El Storch or El Scissor. Okay, that's not. This is. My apologies. Yeah, this is. I'm recording this a week later since I didn't have time during the whole week. So I just faced Kino, aka the FC team. So I won't spoil the outcome for that match, but you'll see. I think it's gonna be like 2 hours after this game is up. So yeah, you already heard my preparation kind of video part thing, and let's just hop into the game. This is first El Storch, like I said, and he's bringing a team I kinda expected him to bring, like the Vaporeon Among Us card. Among Us, of course, like that's the big threat to my team. Mesprit, nice glue. Weavile, very offensive threat. Didn't expect to bring Mega Septal, and Landorus is not a thing. So my Bronzong has, well, I mean, it was meant to counter / check Landorus, but it's now not as good anymore in that regard. Also no Scent Force Excadrill, which in hindsight was pretty good. I don't know why I missed that, to be honest, because Mold Breaker Excadrill is a lot better for my team, and that's why he's bringing Mold Breaker. Well, first turn I go into Hydreigon since Scarf that can either hit everything for good damage or can just U-turn out if the matchup is not like I desire so. he's gonna go for the X scissor. So at this point I figured, okay, he probably didn't expect me to be scarfed, and he's scarfed X scissor. And he went for that to hopefully kneel my Hydreigon before switching out. Yeah, expecting to be scarfed, I'm going to go into Nidoqueen to get up my hazards. Making a bad play by getting up my hazards versus Amoonguss, because Nidoqueen is going to be a big help to break his core with. And I don't know why I stayed in. It was a terrible play. Not gonna steam this week to rocks. I didn't need rocks. Well, I mean we lost with rocks, but I didn't need stealth rocks at all. It's a bad play. I blame sickness, of course, and this is a massive joke early on in the game, because Nidoqueen is gonna be big versus Vaporeon, versus Amoonguss, and weakening the Mesprit as well, and even versus the maybe like nailing something on a switch. Maybe Excellent or the not Weavile, the Sceptile. But he's gonna put me to sleep, and yeah, in hindsight, Bronzong was the one to should have been put to sleep, because Bronzong, okay, that's my 1 second. Gonna close that. Okay, let's go. Because Bronzong wasn't gonna do too much, because he has the Mold Breaker Excadrill and yeah, and no Landorus, so. Gonna go into Arcanator to threaten him out as he switches into Excadrill. And Excadrill gonna go for the Rock Slide, gets a crit because it's Lars. Lars is lucky as all hell. Like last week, he completely out-hexed J-Bro. And this week, well, it's my turn to be out-hexed apparently. I figured I would have the karma on my side this game, but nope. He's gonna go for the Baton Pass into digging it, the Excadrill. So he can fear me out with the X. But he's gonna go for the Rapid Spin, and here he shows me that he's in fact not scarfed. And he's gonna go for the EQ, because his Mold Breaker with EQ would have hit up Bronzong, of course. Luckily for me, he's gonna switch out, because he could have like broken the team up, well, kind of. And I just go for the Leaf Storm. Not the best play, because it was very obvious that he was gonna switch. And here it was, I could have made the play predicting to switch out, but I was ignorant as fuck, and I wanted the Miracle to work. Even though I have the last rep, and even though he's obviously running Leaf Storm to completely counter this to completely counter this superior, and also other things within the setup. So it was a terrible play on my end. I don't know. Here we switch that into Vaporeon. I don't mind that, because oh, I don't know if you can see that, but the battery's almost drained. But yeah, just to hit up the Vaporeon for good damage. I stay in, not expected to stay in. Like I said, cancel button for fuck's sake. I clicked the cancel button, but it didn't go through. So I lose my fuck off. Okay, 1 second. Pause. Okay, we're back. Let's see. Like the cancel button didn't go through, so yeah, that sucked. Nidoqueen got weakened. And expecting to get a 2-turn sleep, I stayed in to get some good damage up on Vaporeon, since Vaporeon is real annoying to my team. But I get a 3-turn sleep, and I completely forgot it was possible. I totally didn't remember it being a thing. And of course, Lars is lucky enough to get it, so of course. And here I make another terrible play. I don't even know why I did this. I just wanted to weaken the Vaporeon. I'm gonna go for the substitute first, expecting him to possibly have HP Electric, but I kind of figured he would run Roar, to be honest. So yeah, I went for the Dragon Dance just to scout for the Roar, because going for the Crunch wouldn't have been a good play, since he could recover it all, like everything. So he's gonna go into Mega Christmas on Superior, and I go for the Reflect. He managed to get the Mega Vision off, and like I said, Mega Vision was pretty big threat to my team. So goes for the Crunch, doesn't do anything because obviously Colder and Reflect. I don't think it would have done anything regardless, but I mean, okay, just leave it. I go for the Toxic, not a good play, because like, why wouldn't I go for HP Ice there? Why? I could have Toxic anything afterwards. It's fine. Going into Arcanine to get the health off, recovery off. He goes for Thunder Wave. I knew he would carry Thunder Wave, but Yeah, you get up stealth rocks first, then goes for the sidekick. Not hitting either, like the T-Wave in the first turn and the Will-O-Wisp in the second turn are big, are very big. The first turn I went for the Flare Blitz to get some damage on the Mesh Blitz cut for what kind of set it was, and it would have mattered a lot if I hit it or not, since you'll see later on in the match how big that actually would have been. So again, Lars is getting lucky as all hell. Surprise, surprise. It's not the only time in this GPC that he's getting lucky. Gonna go for Skulls on with Vaporeon, but he'll see right here that he's gonna do fucking jack shit. Because my Arcanine is fantastically trained, yes, fantastically trained. It's not because I got Parrot and Beast, but it's still bulky as all hell, so I win this matchup versus Vaporeon because it's burned. Go into this thing, however, because of course the Paralysis is a big thing and he was okay staying in. Expecting me to get some hacks on my end back. Of course, no hacks. I go for 2 attacks. 2 Dark Pulse to hopefully get a flinch, instead of aiming for flinches. And this is the third one, still not getting a flinch. And yeah, that's lucky on his end again. It's fine, again, it's fine. Going into Basilisk getting up the light screen to not die to the Scald. Lucky doesn't get a burn, so that's some luck on my end, I guess. Getting up the Reflect as well, as he wishes as and dies to the burn. He's going into Chill Bill. I sack off my Basilisk because I don't need it anymore. I die to the next Stealth Rock, so going into Arcanine, and hindsight maybe should have gone into Gyarados setup right here to not waste the turn of screens, but here comes the real choke in a matter of minutes, like a matter of seconds actually. Okay, we'll start right here. Expecting him to switch out because he needs this. I go for the Dragon Dance. Here is where I would have liked the damage, because Spritty, the Mesh Spirit, would have been at the point where I didn't have to Mega Evolve to take him down with the Crunch. And that would have been big, because now I'm obviously weak to the Grass move from Amoonguss and from, well, Sceptile, but Sceptile's on the threat since I'm a +1. Go for the Crunch, that's my only thing of taking him down, because I need to Mega Evolve to get enough power behind the move. And here I go for the Crunch. Don't know why. Well, I do know why. I expected him not to go for a Spore, but my best play, 150 million thousand, I don't know, I don't just call it numbers, but like over 100% sure that I should have gone for Substitute. It was my best play. Regardless, because the Giga Drain with Screens Up, I knew beforehand that it wasn't gonna break the screens. But I don't know why I didn't go for the Substitute. I don't know why. I could have just set up on this. I would have won the game. I would have just straight up won the game, and I just ruined it for myself. Completely ruined it for myself. I should have won this game versus Lars. I don't know. Not saying that Lars is a bad player, of course, because he obviously played pretty well. But I just choked away this game so fucking hard. And again, like the Crunch did 60%, so I figured he was good, especially defensive. Like not in normal or you said, but he was especially defensive because the Crunch did more than I expected it to. But it turned out the Crunch was a natural, so you might think it's lucky on my end, but I didn't cock this, so I figured that another Dragon Dance would be the play to make to win the game versus him, because he was at 54% and going for the Crunch versus that would have taken him down, so I expect him to switch out. In hindsight, should have gone for the Substitute here, because I'll show you right here. I would have spent this Mega Christmas regardless, because I'm jolly. So he would have died anyway, and I would have been behind a Substitute +1. And he's at 87%, and the Crunch is doing between 50 and 60% if it's +1, and between 68 and 84% when it's at +2. So I cannot take him down right here, and that's why I should have gone for Substitute, because 2 Crunches would have taken him down, even with the Giga Drain recovery. He would have been, let's say I get a min roll, because I get a min roll with the Crunch here, spoiler alert. Let's say I get a min roll, would have done 50%. He would have been at 37%, would have gotten some leftovers recovery, Giga Drain recovery, which would have been, let's say, 13%. So he would have been at below 50%, I think. At least around 50%. And I would have had a Gyarados that's alive. And I would have had the 50-50 between killing him right there or expecting him to switch out into Excadrill to get the what's it called, the regenerated boost. And yeah, so that was the play to make. That was definitely the play to make. I think I would have again predicted him. I don't know actually. Maybe I would have gone like a coin flip and just counted on that, but I might have actually just gone for the crunch just to maybe accept the loss, but have a long loss. I don't know quite. But yes, I just had terrible plays through the whole game. Terrible plays, and yeah, it's all myself to blame, of course. I was sick, as you could see in the pre-talk. I didn't have any voice, but yeah, it's what it is. It's what it is. I will have to face Lars the German fuckboy in the finals, I guess, since he's first in the spreadsheet on the spread table thing, the league table thing right now. And honestly, Lars, prepare better next time, because I'm gonna ruin your fucking face and your ass and your haircut as well. Well, there's not much to learn from my haircut. Anyway, yeah, this is a stone. He's just making a safe place to beat my team down. But it's all myself to blame. Like I said, I was sick, but I shouldn't have choked away this game so much. I could have won this so easily. And to rub it in, he gets another 3 turns lead, so I'll leave it at this. Should have won. Could have won. Shouldn't have lost. Definitely shouldn't have lost this game. I don't know. It's again, like I said, all myself to blame, but it's eating at my mind. Lars, you played ball. Not well enough to deserve the victory, to be honest. But hey, apparently you did. Stupid Hexguard, fool. Anyway, I'm gonna. Oh, that's not the thing I wanted to click. I'm gonna leave this with this, and I'm gonna. Well, I've already faced Kino, of course, in the week 6 match, but you'll see this the week 6 match in an hour or two, and after that we'll have transfers. So I'll hopefully be picking up something that's doing a lot better versus Waters, because they have been the pain in my existence for now. My phone is, I think I'm getting cold. That's a private one. I'm gonna answer that phone call. No, I'm not. Okay, anyway, see you guys.